Hi people, it's Chilli here from Live Listen Erased, and I hope you're ready for Side C. This is the final part of this episode, and we have a third list, of course, for Was and Does.
None of us have changed our clothes in what, how many weeks has it been now?
I know.
Yeah.
Dirty people, us. We
I
just
could have swapped my shirt.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Would have covered up the old guy's rule.
Oh, you plug. It's a shameless plug. Where'd you get it from?
Stafford upon Avon.
Oh, who's famous? Like, not
I think it's from a Shakespearean
Yeah.
Scene 2, Act 3, Hamlet.
Yeah.
And I doth say to you, old guy's rule.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, I never understood what that meant until now. Yeah.
I can believe it. You probably remember it. Weren't you one around the time it was right?
Yeah.
I saw him live.
Yeah.
Fancy that. He's coming up on the list.
Yeah. You did the financial agreements for the Globe Theatre.
Yeah.
Before it burned down.
Now I have a fantastic list for both of you guys. I hope you are ready for this.
Oh, it wouldn't surely top the last one.
Oh, I think it would give it a run for its money, both of your lists. This one would be quite the interesting one. So, I have on my list Santana.
Erase.
I have Santana, Cream,
Cool.
and Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, see that it got harder after the first one.
So, we have...
Yeah, I know. Oh, jeez.
Three measurable guitarists.
I reckon I know this and the answer to this, and it's
The answer is wrong.
It probably is. Yeah, I know.
So, wait, which band do you want to start with first? Should we...
Santana.
Alright,
Just
go
get
with Santana.
save the best till last.
Santana fan, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Actually, no.
Gave it away.
Now I can see why you didn't use him on the Santana one.
No,
Yeah,
no.
or otherwise.
Yeah, the
Would
Santana
have been a
review-
rather one-sided conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like Santana. I
And
hate
what about this
Santana.
album? Rubbish.
Yeah, I know.
What about this one? Oh, crap. What about Abraxas? Just a lot of tripe.
Yeah. What about that song you did with Rob Thomas? If I hear that one more time, I'm going to go on a killing spree.
Yeah, I'll make him smooth.
Yeah, I know. Particularly when every time that's on in the radio in a car, somebody turns it up. I'm like, you're turning the volume the wrong way. Jeez. Anyway, I'm just going to cover my ears for the next couple of, hopefully, seconds, but it's going to take longer than that, I suppose. Go on.
Oh, come on now, Santana. I mean, how is there not any songs that you don't like any songs whatsoever?
I'm just not into
that Latin jazz.
No, yeah. I just like the whole the virtuosity sort of, or just like for the sake of it, guitar playing for the sake of guitar playing. I don't know. I just feel it's just like next to Jimi Hendrix, I just think is just like obviously they're both excellent guitarists. Well, I don't doubt he's a great guitarist, Santana, but just I'm not really into that proficiency sort of angle.
I think I know where you're going from.
Yeah.
I think I know what you mean though, because like I'm sort of the same when it comes to anyone who's a guitar virtuoso.
Yeah.
Sorry, can't think.
Like Satriani.
Like Satriani or Yngwie Malmsteen and all them.
Buckethead. No, sorry.
Buckethead's even worse of a difficult.
Yeah.
It's like
He's
got
even worse than
400
Santana.
albums.
Yeah,
No,
God,
he's got 400 albums. That's what makes it complicated.
Each one worse than the last.
Exponentially or just a little bit?
Yeah, no, it's a linear regression.
But no, it's like when this playing guitar for the sake of playing guitar, which is a lot of those guys do. But I don't know, Santana. Well, we're covering them at the moment with our album reviews and stuff like that, which probably ran about the same time this episode's out. By the way, check it out. Fantastic plug.
I'm good. I'll just skip that one.
Doss is going to have it on constant,
No,
Yeah. Oh, I'll just mute it when that comes on.
I'm just going to keep sending you the link. Watch this video.
Yeah, I'm just going to just block your number.
But no, Santana's had a crazy career, which we've obviously covered a lot in the first episode, and probably will cover in the second episode.
What about this episode?
In this episode, we'll discuss...
What's at a high level? Just give me the rundown.
Quickly, Santana was at Woodstock and probably performed one of the best sets he's ever done in his life. While high on acid, thank you very much to...
Jimmy.
Who was it? Grateful Dead's...
Yeah.
Jerry Garcia.
Yeah, pretty sure that he would have dealt to the entire audience. So.
Yeah, pretty much. He was just dope spraying everyone. No, apparently he was and which is weird because Carlos Santana is very against drugs, but obviously
Well, he is now.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He had one of those Bob Dylan coffees
Yeah, probably
with tabs in them.
But yeah, he's like, I'm just doing the math he was talking about in his interview, and he's kind of like, oh yeah, I've got 12 hours, I can do this before the show or whatever. And he took it, and then he's saying like, all of a sudden someone's waking him up, like, you're on, if you don't go on now.
Surprised he managed to sleep.
Or something happened anyway, but yeah. And he's like, you're on, and if you don't go on now, you're not going on at all.
Oh shit.
And he's like, I'm still seeing things.
Because his biggest mistake was being backstage at Woodstock 12 hours before he went on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he should have. I was going to say, paratrooping. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Hair combed and the guitar ready.
Yeah, I know.
So, like, when you look back at the footage, and like you can clearly see it when you're looking back at that footage, he's just playing, and he said, I was looking down at my guitar and I thought it was a snake.
That's mad.
Calling King Snake.
Yeah, oh
Like
jeez.
it's like a snake moving, and he's playing it but nailing it.
Yeah.
Really?
Nailing it.
Wow, yeah. Maybe he's just like a snake charmer, like in another life.
Well, I think a lot of these guys, I mean, Hendrix included, they rehearse so much.
Yeah.
They play in their sleep,
Yeah.
They wake and sleep
Yeah.
by the guitar.
As they say, 10,000 hours of practice makes you perfect on just about anything,
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Guitar, any musical instrument, sport, things like that,
It helped that he had a musical. His parents were also musicians.
Santana.
Yeah. His dad was anyway. But
So more of a classically trained sort of thing.
Yeah, I agree with some of the comment. I mean, some of the stuff, and this is a comment that I have made in the first Santana one, and probably even more so. I don't want to jump the gun.
no.
But some of his material sounds to me like there's a half good band playing, and Carlos has turned up and said, "Oh, I'll just add a big guitar to that,"
for sure. Like it's superfluous.
Almost like a vocalist usually does in the recording process.
Yeah,
they lay down the music tracks, and the vocalist comes on and sings to the musical track.
Whereas I think that has a real potential. I mean, I'm not a recording artist, but that has a real potential to like diminish the feeling and the spontaneity and the seamlessness of a solo.
Yeah.
I think the whole point is that you're jamming with the rhythm section.
Gratuitous,
exactly. Like they thought about it too much.
And it's a fundamental part of the song.
Exactly.
Like a trio most of the time.
But like he's exactly. It's organic.
Guitar is the
That's amazing.
If you took the Hendrix guitar out, it'd just be bass and drums.
Yeah, but which would still be cool to listen to though. They were pretty good. The rhythm section, both rhythmists he had behind him.
Mitchell and
Noel Redding on bass guitar.
No, that
all gone now. The Jimi Hendrix Experience.
Yeah.
We went to a rock and roll hard rock cafe where they had the drum from Are You Experienced?
Yeah.
The setup.
Yeah, was that in Singapore or something?
Nope, that was Queensland.
Gold Coast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Very simple drum kit. Like 3 pieces.
Yeah, I know, which just makes it even better.
Get a Singapore.
That recent live album of Jimi Hendrix when he was in Hawaii, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The video of that is amazing.
I've seen that
It's so good. Yeah.
Live in Hawaii.
It's is it? Where is it? Like
Maui.
Maui.
Maui. Or
Yeah. It's epic. It's really cool.
It's amazing how much stuff they can. I mean, the guy only recorded 3 studio.
I know. Like, where'd that come from? Like, it's been around for its entire time.
And he, recorded live stuff with the band of Gypsies.
Yeah.
And one of his live albums, or one of his studio albums, was a double album.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he really did 3 studio albums, and then
He was a studio guitarist before him.
he was. Yeah, and there's a fact. They really cashed in when Hendrix first hit it big, and of course, after his untimely passing, again a member of the 27.
Yeah, exactly.
They dug up every. I mean, I think he only had the fart in the studio, and they'd be putting out the sound of Hendrix.
I thought
Hendrix plays again.
Yeah.
In this room.
Yeah, I know.
Being recorded.
Yeah.
And there's some film clips of him, doing backing people, and he's like in a suit and a little real creamed hair, and backing a whole lot of other musicians. And he's just one of the other. I mean, look, he's not playing with his teeth. He's not playing behind his back. He's fire to any guitar. He's just there as a studio musician playing a couple of chords.
And he crushed it.
Yeah. So that they would bring out all these albums, of him, as I said, just playing the backup for this particular artist.
Yeah.
Pretty cringy stuff, a lot of it.
Yeah.
And then also he did a lot of let the tape roll and just played stuff, as a lot of musicians do.
Yeah.
And rehearsals and all that. So they dug up almost everything. I mean, they've mined it. I mean, the family have mined and mined and mined.
Unnecessarily,
stepsister
potentially.
is in charge of the business now. And,
just milked it for all they probably
they have, yeah. And to some extent, they've probably put out some material, and even some of the live material of Hendrix, which was badly recorded and not that good. And, it kind of diminishes the reputation.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, I've no doubt every time they bring out a Hendrix live album, sells 500,000 or 100,000 copies. The die-hard fans and buy everything.
Yeah, of course.
Hendrix.
Yeah.
You get shit in a paper bag and they'd go.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I've actually got that one.
Yeah.
Was it shit house?
Yeah, it really stunk.
Crap record.
Yeah.
But there's another video as well. Like, I mean, you're talking about stuff that came out of their back catalogue, whatever. And I'm thinking of the Jimi Hendrix video where it's like the one of only 2 videos of him playing an acoustic guitar.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, so okay, shit, he's got an acoustic. This thing, you can really set it on fire. It's kindling, but very unique. Obviously.
You see him playing, he's got
it's
big
insane.
fingers, big hands. I don't think he was an altogether big guy, but
yeah. It's just the way he plays.
Of course, so he's and he did tune the guitar for a left-handed player.
Yeah.
Some left-handed players, I think Doyle Bramwell second, and a few others. I'm not sure if it was Kingfish or someone else.
Oh, Kingfish.
And there's a few other famous guitarists. Albert King, I think, might have been the one who was left-handed, but played it tuned for right hand.
Yeah.
You kind of had to play chords the opposite way around.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
And, learn to just instead of going down to the lower notes, going up.
It's crazy.
But that meant, of course, you could go anywhere and someone could hand him a guitar and you could play it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Whereas with someone like Hendrix, he would have had it restrung.
Yeah. And it also saves money because those left-handed ones are more expensive.
Common.
Exactly. There's no market for them. Yeah, but
and they think that's what
added control things on the other side.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And they think that's what added the value. Sorry, the sound. I think that's what changed it a fair bit of it because he tuned it the other way around, and obviously the pickups were tuned in such a way. All of a sudden, here's the top string at the low section.
I mean, he no doubt changed music a lot.
Oh, of course, he's the one who used effects pedals.
Yeah.
For one, that's just, but it's just the way he plays. How does he do that?
Influence on Clapton, and we talked about Scream shortly. But, Clapton's Layla album, Little Wing.
Yeah, of course.
It's been recorded by
everyone.
Everyone, including the Irish band, the Cause, and Sting.
Yeah.
And of course, Voodoo Child, which is almost
amazing
every guitarist,
tries to play.
Well, Stevie Ray Vaughan, he did a great version of it.
The great version? Okay, I haven't heard that one.
Stevie Ray Vaughan's a very good guitar.
Yeah, he's very
Can't play like Hendrix. No one can play like Hendrix.
No one can play like Hendrix.
Like, you just can't. You can't emulate the guy. It's impossible.
Neil Schon did a pretty good shot of Hendrix in his Paul Rogers doing a Hendrix set, they called it.
Right,
Live.
okay.
Oh, that was that one you were talking about.
I talked about it the other day when we were talking about Santana, because Neil Schon was
Right, okay.
in Santana in the early days for a while, and he backed up Paul Rogers, the singer from Free, who's probably got one of the best rock and roll voices around. And they did I just happened to pick it up somewhere in a city store or something, and the Hendrix set's on CD.
Oh,
it's only 6 tracks. Okay, I'll give that a listen to. Neil Schon and Paul Rogers, it can only be really bad. And it was really, really good.
Oh, good.
Okay. And I was just surprised that Neil Schon, after listening to some of his other material, his solo material and stuff with Santana, I hadn't listened to too much of his stuff with Journey, but
that's good. That's a good thing.
He just played.
Yeah, I guess it's probably maybe the source material is the reason for that. No wonder. He's better than he was on Santana because of the source material.
Maybe because Neil Schon also emulates the guitar style quite well.
Yeah, that's the thing is when you listen to it like someone else playing Hendrix, it would just feel inauthentic. Yeah. It's just not the same thing as listening to Jimi Hendrix. It's not the same.
I've heard a few versions of Voodoo Child.
I know, totally. Yeah. The whole thing sounds spontaneous anyway. I mean, it just sounds like he was making it up on the spot. And to an extent, he probably was.
I think he was such a talented musician.
No, I know, he's insane.
I mean, the other guys, the rhythm section,
they
were 2 very good musicians.
They were.
Kind of thrust upon him. He went to England.
I know. Yeah.
He's Mole Redding, he's Mitch Mitchell.
Yeah, they were pretty. They did a lot to just sort of let him be Hendrix. I think. Yeah.
because they needed to sell him to the English market.
Yeah, exactly.
And Noel Redding was from Cork and Ireland, and Mitch Mitchell was English.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. And later on he had Billy Cox on bass guitar. Well, he knew him from the Air Force.
Yeah, that's right.
And Band of Gypsies, they were a good band. And I think, look, at the time of his passing, I think Hendrix had a long way to go and a lot to
absolutely.
offer. He wasn't going to keep on setting fire to
No, of course he wasn't. Well, he was collaborating with Miles Davis, wasn't he?
With Miles Davis.
Shit, imagine
Miles
that.
Davis was a bit, like, how much you going to pay me?
Yeah, 3 kilos.
And
how much can you blow out your trumpet?
Yeah, but it's frustrating. I guess that's why they keep mining the depth of anything he's gone into record.
Musicians, I think, geez, I wonder what he would have contributed and would have done that would have changed the face of music.
Yeah.
I can't imagine him being just 75-year-olds just still doing Voodoo Child and
no, of course not. No, I mean, it's got like when John Lennon was well past his prime. I mean, I think he peaked probably in like 1970 at the latest, probably maybe 68.
And we talked about Brian Jones and the Rolling Stones, who tragically died at 27, but I think he was probably at a stage where he wasn't going to make much more of a contribution. to these issues.
Exactly. Yeah,
Hendrix, it was like an accidental overdose or choking.
Bob Bitch was like a lot of others that. Yeah.
And Bob Brown, the leader of the Greens Party, tried to save him, but.
Yeah, that's right. It's crazy. Former leader. Yeah.
Yeah, former leader.
Yeah. He was like a resident doctor. Yeah.
Although I think, from what I understand, he was pretty well. He was dead when they brought him.
Yeah.
A bit cold.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. No, it's kind of. I think Kurt Cobain's in a similar category. I think he hadn't done anywhere near what he could have. No. I think, but they're the same age. That's the only reason I bring it up. Yeah.
That club and all that.
Whereas like Jim Morrison would look like he was about 50 when he died. 27. Are you sure? Yeah.
It's like a dishevelled hobo you just brought off the street.
Yeah.
He spent the last year of his life just taking shots on the street of Paris.
Yeah, I know.
Knocking it back in bars and probably having people come up to him and say, "You're Jim Morrison, aren't you?"
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I am.
Give me an autograph if you buy me that shot.
Yeah. It's like,
Mind you, the Doors' last album was a brilliant album.
So. But but why you digress? What are we talking about now? Cream. I reckon that's a pretty good choice, Chilli.
Okay. They were the band that got me into hard music,
Yeah, I know. Well, they were
Before that, I liked the Monkees.
Who the fuck invited this guy?
They don't even write their own music.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't about the music. It was about the energy.
That's not even Michael Nesmith's real hat.
Well, the TV show was enjoyable. When you're,
of course.
10 or 12 and you watch this TV show.
Yeah, of course.
All the guys carrying on with a bit of music in between, and it was funny at times. I mean, I've never gone back
to the Monkees.
Probably not.
Those shows, and I probably wouldn't want it because you'd watch 1 or 2 episodes and go, "Ooh,
You're like,
how do I drink so many chocolate milkshakes? Afternoon up school watching this."
Thank Christ I listened to Cream that day. Things would have been very different.
I got to like Cream because when I was 14 or something, I came off a push bike. I was riding through a local school on weekend.
Had monkeys on the transistor.
Monkey. Trying to do some trick. I was going through their tennis court, tried to turn too quickly and came down and hit my knee and buggered it up like it was swollen up. And so I was off school for a week or 2. And my mum worked in a hardware store and they sold records, and she could get records for cheaper.
Nice.
$5.99 I think, and she probably get it for $4.
That's
and she said,
a lot of money.
I'll buy you a record to listen to while you're at home. You're supposed to be doing your homework, I suppose, but And I said, well, I've got all the Monkees records. But I have heard this song called "Sunshine of Your Love." Do. That sounds pretty good,
You had it on the radio or something.
Disraeli gears. So she went out and bought home Disraeli gears, with
The awesome. With an Australian Australian artist.
Co-wrote Tales of Brave Ulysses. First song, Martin Sharp.
Yeah.
And he also co-wrote, I think, Anyone for Tennis. Which never appeared on a album at the time, but I think it was added to some bonus track.
Yeah, that's right. Well, actually, in fact, White Room was supposed to be on Disraeli Gears, but it sounded too much like Tales of Brave Ulysses.
Oh, okay.
It's exactly the same song.
Yeah.
It's 2 great songs. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And anyway, I just listened to Disraeli Years over and over.
Yeah, really.
In those days, you buy an album, you had a record player, you listen to one side, good, play on the other side. That's good.
It's such a good record. It's so good. Like,
I don't know what my parents must have been thinking of sitting outside going,
they would have been blowing their minds.
Ginger Baker doing Blue Condition.
No, Warren. It blew their minds, all right? It blew their minds. No, Strange Brew is such a good song. Oh, yeah. It's incredible. They're not original writers, like they don't, but their performances are extremely, I think, unique.
They did write a lot of their own material, but
it was very derivative though.
Yeah. And their first album, Fresh Cream, which I went and bought, was largely covers. Of
it is exactly, yeah, which sounds like very similar to the originals.
And they bought then I think a lot of attention to that blues music. Yeah, they were big fans.
They championed Robert Johnson. Who's probably one of the best guitarists.
Robert Johnson,
probably the best guitarist that ever lived. Yeah,
may or may not have met the devil.
No, he did. He did.
Well,
he sold his soul to the devil for his
talent. He didn't know how to play guitar, and then all of a sudden came back.
I know.
Like 6 months later.
Well, imagine walking through where he was, it like Mississippi or something, and just hearing like a guy, just busking. He was just busking on the street. You just chuck him a quarter or something. Like, I mean,
and he was the first member of the 27 Club, wasn't he?
Probably. Yeah. He's he
I don't know whether he was murdered or what exactly happened.
Yeah, I think that's when the devil came to take his he came to claim on his contract.
Done your songs.
Yeah.
You said 3 dozen songs.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
It, pal.
Yeah,
bye. See you at the crossroads.
Yeah, again. Yeah, but
that's kind of where Clapton also would go in with the Crossroads and stuff like that.
They did a great version of Crossroads.
Yeah, my dad always said that the live at the Fillmore was the best one.
Yeah,
which I think is was that on Wheels of Fire? Yeah, I've got the record of Wheels of Fire.
When it was released overseas, was a double album.
Yeah, that's right.
So 2 sides were studio, one room, and so on. And then the other side was a live album. And for some reason, when they released it here, it was one album called In the Studio, a gold-covered album. I don't know if it was Martin Sharp who did the cover of that one. And then they did a grey one, which was live at the Fillmore.
Right, okay, cool.
Crossroads, of course, which was their final single, while they were still together. I mean, they might have bought stuff out since. And they had, the 15-minute version of Train Time. And was it Rollin' and Tumblin'? I think might have been the other.
Yeah.
It wasn't a 15-minute version of Train Time. It was a shorter one, but they did 2 then extended. Might have been Rollin' and Tumblin'.
NSU or something like that?
No,
that was on there. They did do a live. They
have
a posthumous Cream out, like a post-Cream album was live Volume 2 or something, and that had NSU and Tales of Arabia. This is
Yeah.
But they reckon by the time they were doing their final American tour, which some of those recordings came from, Ginger Baker and Jack Bruce particularly had to travel apart.
Yeah, it was not a good relationship.
Was evidently kind of the one to,
take heroin to deal with it.
Yeah. They travel in several limos and,
Yeah, well, there's an interesting story from Ginger Baker's son about sort of Ginger Baker's antics.
Yeah,
they didn't get along.
Had a crazy life.
No, he doesn't sound like a very easy guy to have got along with at all.
He was asshole.
But he's such a good drummer though. He's fucking awesome. Yeah.
And he was a great admirer and a good friend of, I think, Eric Clapton's.
Yeah,
he recognised and because he and Jack Bruce, they came from the Bond organisation, the Graham Bond organisation. So they were the ones who had the friendship and the workings together before. But I remember someone, I forget who it was, someone was saying they went somewhere, it might have been in that final tour, and they just heard a door suddenly bash open, and then suddenly Ginger Baker and Jack Bruce are rolling out, almost exchanging punches.
Smashing each other's heads.
I'll show you. Oh, jeez.
I can totally believe it, Ginger Baker. I've heard some crazy stories about him.
Yeah, he's not
very aggressive.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, he did a film, something about what was it called? It had a title.
Ginger
Baker, something Mr. Baker.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. And I mean,
very violent, apparently.
Yeah.
The movie's very violent.
Yeah.
It's R-rated.
Yeah, and he had a band out afterwards, Baker's Air Force, Ginger Baker's Air Force, which did a live album, which had some... Because he went on with Clapton into Blind Faith.
Did he?
Blind Faith, yeah.
And then Steve Winwood hung around after Clapton left, and they did this Ginger Baker's Air Force. Rick Gregg, the bass guitarist from Blind Faith, was also with them, and there was a whole lot of other musicians, including one of the... What's his name? Denny, someone who was with Paul McCartney's wing.
Yeah.
I think. Okay. It's not a bad album. I mean, it's a live album. It's just something
the Cream.
Ginger Baker's Air Force.
Oh, Ginger Baker, yeah.
But Cream, yeah. I mean, Fresh Cream was. I mean, to me, a lot of bands, you can judge them by their second album.
Yeah.
The first album, they're feeling their way.
Yeah, exactly.
Second album, they've done some touring.
It's the opposite these days. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, that's right.
Led Zeppelin 2, that was the album that really...
even like Black Sabbath. I mean, it's kind of like they're just like a couple of dudes who got some space, like a week out of their schedule, and just like played some jams, and it really gelled. Yeah. And they decided to take it more seriously when it evidently was popular. Yeah. Which I think Cream would fit the bill on that. Yeah. Well, they were around for 2 years. And they 2 or 3, and they changed the course of music.
Yeah.
Well, they were not around for long. Yeah,
they were the ones who really started out with a lot of that. When you do something live, let's do it a bit different to the studio track. I mean, a lot of bands tried to absolutely emulate what they did.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
There's some of Clapton's stuff with with Cream, the live Cream, and things like that. Because their final album, Goodbye.
Yeah.
That was 3 studio tracks and 3 live tracks, including I'm So Glad and Politician live. Yeah. And, it's just really jamming. And I sometimes wondered how much of this is rehearsed, or is this just, Ginger Baker and Jack Bruce banging along?
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Just listen to Clapton saying, is he going to do that? Well, okay, we do it.
Yeah. I reckon that's exactly what it is, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, it's just freewheeling stuff.
Because, you can't really call them, Ginger Baker and Jack Bruce, a rhythm section. I mean, they were virtuosos themselves.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Jack Bruce has a great voice too. I think, he sounds amazing.
Voice.
He's amazing. Yeah,
great bass guitarist.
Oh, he's so good.
Jazzy bass guitarist.
Well, like fretless, isn't he?
Fretless.
Yeah.
5-string fretless bass guitar, I think.
Yeah, he's so good.
I think he generally played 5-string, not always.
Maybe later in his career, I thought it was a 4-string.
Look, I could be wrong, but I thought he played the 5-string.
Yeah, he's incredible. And he wrote Sunshine in Love, or co-wrote it with.
He did. With,
that was the songwriter whose name escapes me.
Pete Brown.
Yeah. They stayed up all night, and then it came to them. He played it on an upright bass, I think it was. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Because Clapton ended up engaging in some legal action or an argument with him and got included as a songwriter.
Right, did he?
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay.
Because originally that was just Jack Bruce and Pete Brown. And Clapton said, "No, I contributed something."
What exactly?
Yeah.
Well, that was the bass line, which was written by Jack Bruce. But I mean, and Eric Clapton would have just done the lead on top of it.
Cool, but that on that Disraeli Gears where you had that high tone sound, and I think they used to call it his woman tone.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you mean about it. Like, no one else says it really sounds the same.
Yeah, and
it's awesome. It's a bit, and it's just like a bit distorted and dirty. Yeah, it's kind of. Then Black Sabbath heavily rips off, I think, in the first album at least, not rips off, but it comes from putting the gain on the amp. I think it is
whole power trio thing.
Yeah,
even Jimi Hendrix experience and up until the current time.
Well, they had to just like sort of push their guitars to newer heights because they didn't have another one backing them up.
A jam band that I really like is Government Mule.
Yeah.
Which featured 2 guys who had left the Allman Brothers band at that time and formed with another drummer, and they were a trio for a long time. And they did, some Hendrix, they did some Hendrix stuff. I think, did they? They certainly did some Cream stuff.
Nice.
Politician and a few other tracks.
Yeah,
and,
it'd be super fun to jam because it's what they are.
They're no longer a trio; they're a quartet now. But
what do you think, Chilli? Do you like Cream?
I love Cream. Who doesn't love Cream? Come on now. But they're both Jimi Hendrix and Cream only around for a short time, but changed the music scene on such different levels, I guess. And I like your point that you were saying how you think Black Sabbath, I guess, were trying to emulate the sounds from Cream, and they probably would have if it wasn't for Tony Iommi's accident. That forever changed.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, that's where they had to downtune the guitars, and that's where the metal came from. Metal.
Downtune his guitars so that he could play.
Because it was metal on metal, wasn't it, with his fingertips?
Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah. So it's like, it'd be interesting, I guess, if that accident never happened, would we just have a Cream knockoff with Black Sabbath, or as they were known back in the day, I think it was the Polka Dot Blues Band, the Traveling Polka Dot Blues Band.
No, it was like Polka Talk, wasn't it?
No, I think it was the Traveling Polka Dot Blues Band.
Well, they were a trio as far as the musicians.
He was a great harmonica.
Player,
He crushed it on the Wizard.
Who's that?
Aussie.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess.
He also was good at murdering cats and trying to hang himself from the clothesline.
And snoring lines of ants.
Yeah.
All kinds of crap.
Yeah. What a legend.
Biting off pigeons' heads when he would sign on his record.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, it's just that's another thing. Like, well, it's probably diversion, but like, all of these guys are just knockabout kids from like lower socioeconomic backgrounds. Yeah. Particularly the Black Sabbath. They were like really sort of. Where were they from?
Birmingham.
Birmingham. I mean, fuck, that's that is working class.
Oh yeah.
But I think it's just it's pretty influential. Cream.
I mean, Cream were the first of the supergroups. Really.
Yeah, that's right. Because they were all established by the time they joined.
His reputation with John Mayall, Blues Breakers.
Yeah.
Wasn't he also not Yardbirds? Was it?
Yeah, he was the Yardbirds. He left the Yardbirds because he thought they were becoming too commercial. And went on and made $1 squillion.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. He didn't sell out though. No.
At least he didn't sell out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, you got the name Slowhand.
Yeah.
I think more from the John Mayall days, I believe, because he'd break a string on the stage and have to restring.
Right. Oh, is that where it comes
They
from?
didn't have a guitar technician.
No, of course not.
And people would just start doing a slow clap. Come on.
Yeah.
You've got to fix the E string.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got one here. Hang on.
Yeah, for sure. That's so cool.
There is a famous video clip actually of BB King breaking a string.
Oh yeah.
And he's getting his guitar. Well, the string has been replaced, and he had his style of playing, which was obviously if I'm singing, the guitar stops.
Playing,
Yeah.
And then if the guitar plays, I'm not singing.
Yeah.
And then obviously they did an album together.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Riding with the King.
But there was this video, and 70s or something, BB King's playing along, snaps a string, and the guitar
just starts singing.
Yeah, he just starts singing. And then the guitar gets like, here's a good string. He's like, okay, I'll do it, don't worry. And he's still singing.
That's mad.
And he just like starts stringing it himself.
That's
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's still going.
That's so good.
Strings the guitar himself, because obviously back in the 50s and stuff,
Yeah.
the 60s, no guitar techs, had to do it yourself.
Yeah.
And obviously he was.
Well, they had to retune the guitar on stage because they didn't have a whole bunch of guitars.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, this is the one for that song.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for
Tune
sure.
that to it,
Yeah, you always see like the lights go off briefly, and there's this dude running over to the lead singer, to the guitarist with a new one. Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
In between, the
drum. There'll be a
fills
bank
it.
of guitars, and it's they're going to I'll pick up that one. So
Yeah, because they're all tuned differently.
My sponsor requires me to play this song, and
yeah.
No, look, it's a complicated list, I guess.
Yeah,
what would you do when you're approaching this?
Yeah, cool. So I don't know who I'd have raised. Joking. Santana, obviously.
It's an easy decision for you.
Yeah.
Stops one of them out, but the other two.
Yeah, I know. The other two are really challenging.
Leaving Cream.
I think, no, not necessarily. I wouldn't say of course. We'd have to be clear that Cream, we'd be seeing Cream live in the 60s, because now, I mean,
no.
in their heyday.
Of course.
But imagine seeing Jimi Hendrix live. Imagine.
Yeah.
It would blow your mind. I think I'd have to see Jimi Hendrix live for the similar reasons it was in the last part B, side B, said that he'd pick his live band.
Definitely. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
choice there.
Being Neil Young. I think I don't know, but having said that, I mean, it would be great to see live Cream as well. That way, I'd get to continue listening to Jimi Hendrix. I'm gonna reserve for now, Chilli. You can come back to me. You can come back to me.
All right, I'll come back to you.
Well, I think live Hendrix. No doubt.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, that would just be
once in a
you
lifetime.
never forget.
I know. Yeah, you wouldn't walk out the same
I guess he
person.
had bad nights. I don't know, but
I don't know if Jimi Hendrix could have a bad night. Yeah.
I think even Jimi Hendrix on a bad night beat most people on a good night.
Yeah, I know for sure. Yeah, he beat Eric Clapton on the best night of his life.
They were good friends. They did
I know.
And,
actually, in fact, Clapton.
With him on Sunshine of Your Love,
I think. Yeah, I know. I think Clapton was actually not instrumental, but he was sort of one of his backers early on in London. He went. I mean,
one of the contacts and
having Eric Clapton vouch for you.
Hendrix wandered in. There was obviously set up, but Cream were playing. And Hendrix and starts playing Sunshine of Your Love live.
Yeah, that's right. And pissed Eric Clapton right off.
I'd have to say Hendrix.
Yeah.
He was much more natural when it came to guitar playing.
I think if I was going, really, again, choosing between Cream and Santana, but I think if I was going to erase, I would probably... Given their length of time and the fact that I've also listened to them a lot.
Yeah.
And don't go back that often and listen to the back catalog anymore, but Cream.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, they don't.
I'd erase
Cream,
yeah. Yeah, also, there's not enough variety for you.
Is it cheating? I'm not sure. You haven't made this rule yet, have you? You haven't changed the rules.
You keep bending the fucking rules.
Eric Clapton, who himself, of course, still does, material from the Cream.
We really should have thought about this.
Including Badge.
Yeah.
Sort of did with that part, but...
No, fair enough. Well, that's smart. I mean, I didn't think
let's not overthink it too much, but...
I didn't have to overthink my erasure.
See,
so
that's the old guy's rule.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, it's just because maybe I want to keep listening to, say, for argument's sake, Cream, because I haven't lived for 100 years like you have, and I'm not sick of them yet.
Whereas Santana, I can listen to the material, and they're still recording, they're still performing.
Yes, they might, one day release a good record. A good one. Yeah, good one. Yeah.
The last one wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Santana Celebrations was.
Well, it took him 60 years.
He's only had a couple of bangers before him. But no, I think I land on the same as you. I'd have to see Hendrix live just because I'd have to see Hendrix live. I think it'd probably be the best concert.
I mean, his closing set at Woodstock.
Yeah.
It's just, you imagine they put him back. He's supposed to play Sunday night, but they ran over time, of course. Probably Jerry Garcia's fault.
Yeah.
Damn acid.
So he played Monday morning. So he had to hang around, and get up and play. And he was supposed to be the highest paid person who performed.
It's a Monday morning. What are you doing? I'm at Woodstock.
$12,000 or $16,000 US something to play there when the annual income was probably $5.
Yeah, for sure.
And of course, a lot of the crowd went home because they had to go home.
Well, they had jobs.
The weekend was over, they had jobs. They'd got to go. You just imagine sitting there saying, "Who's this Jimi Hendrix? I think I'll go home. Do you want to stay till tomorrow? Nah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you see it for the rest of your life.
I know.
You're seeing this clip and think, I was there.
Yeah.
I wasn't that far from the stage. I went and caught the bloody bus. I didn't get home till 4 in the morning.
Yeah, no, fuck. Yeah. And went to my shitty job.
Because I was working as a clerk.
Yeah.
Hardware store.
I know.
Didn't have jobs.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. That would be the worst.
Be kicking yourself.
Yeah, life would not be worth living.
I think if I was I'd have to see Hendrix live at the Woodstock setting because it's such a famous.
Yeah.
And he had the Gypsy. That was what do you call band of Gypsies? He called the Gypsies and Sons, something like that. Or band of Gypsies. And you can call it what you want. You can call it just band of Gypsies.
Yeah.
And that was such a good because he expanded beyond. He had Billy Cox, I think, with him then.
Yeah, that's right.
Did he have? On drums, the guy who wrote them changes. What's his name? Can't remember. I think Mitch Mitchell might have been.
Mitch Mitchell was still there.
Mitch Mitchell was still with him. It was later on when he did the Band of Gypsies album and did the 1970 New Year's Eve concert in 1969, 1970. He wasn't around for the 1970 New Year's Eve. That he changed the drummer. But that was an expanded band and heading more towards blues and probably no doubt down the jazz track.
It'll be amazing.
He's talking to Miles Davis. So.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what it would have done for just like mainstream music tastes potentially. I mean, he might have gotten more of the become more of a specialty sort of special interest sort of thing. But but maybe not.
For a guy who really only had 3 or 4 years in the
amazing. And he was only like 24 or 25 or something, wasn't he? When he
27.
Well, so when he came to prominence.
That's right.
When he came But so like, how the hell do you play guitar like that when you're that old?
Well, that's what they said.
It's ridiculous.
interviews I've heard of people who knew him.
Yeah, I know.
He just practiced.
Well, but yeah, they just say that he was like you see him play guitar, it's like it's otherworldly. And even you see now that we're lucky enough to be able to see footage of this stuff, and there's more coming out, like the Maui one. It's like, what the hell is he doing? I just don't see nobody plays like him. It's just it's bizarre. Like, even someone who for me like tries to play guitar and has been trying in earnest for a while, decades. It's just so unique. And how the hell do you play like that?
Yeah, talked about the Monkees before. Yeah, I mean, like the Monkees, and then finally discovering Cream, thinking bloody.
You were just monkeying around before then.
But Jimi Hendrix was a support act one time for the Monkees.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, in his earlier days. And after about 3 or 4 shows, they said to Jimmy, because little like mothers would take along their little 12-year-old teeny boppers, and here comes this guy doing this, like Cross music. And they said after all that, said, Jimmy, I think we'll cancel this from now on. We're going to go and get the cow seals or something to play. Yeah. It's like he learned. Fruit gum company. Like that,
You've really learned all you can from the Monkees, Jimmy. It's time to part ways.
We just got here.
Yeah.
Plus, I guess also from the Monkees point of view, they probably thought this guy's going to knock us off the stage.
Yeah.
So the James Brown situation when they cancelled Rolling Stones. Huh?
Oh yeah.
I thought we agreed no talent for the warm-up act.
Yeah. You don't want your support act to really. You want them to be good.
Yeah.
Just the crowd and just get them sitting down.
Fuck it. I'm going to do Cream to listen. Jimi Hendrix live for the same reason as you did. Honestly, it's just good. It would just be life-changing to see that dude play live.
Yeah.
I think
we're all in the same boat. We're all Hendrix live.
But that, absolutely no disrespect to his recorded works.
No, it's just to see that guy.
Yeah, it would just be a privilege. Yeah, it'd be a privilege.
Yeah, I think I'd be on your same boat. Like I said, Santana. I'll be listening to and Erase Cream.
That's right. You can come listen to my records. I've still got them. It's all good. I see what we did there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Not bad at all.
We keep bending the rules, Chilli. You have to change them up.
If I put too many
back to the old drawing
board.
I do have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the one with the hand drawing on the front.
Yeah, as I said, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know what's on it. There's 4 songs. I'm pretty sure. It's like it's short. Yeah. It's very short.
Crossroads, Train Time.
Yeah.
2 other longer.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Train Time is Toad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Train Time is the harmonica. Jack Bruce.
Yeah. But it's I got it from Melbourne actually. Like but I don't think my dad had any Cream record. He would have, but they were lost to some probably a party in the 60s when we used to take their records to them, and we just party and listen to them, and
I had a friend who had his large part of his record collection stolen at his own party.
Yeah, well that would have been horrendous.
A tent in the backyard, and some
seriously
arsehole grabbed a bunch of them and passed them under the tent to someone else who took them off. And it's funny, that guy who I still around now as far as I know, I haven't seen him for many years.
The guy whose records were stolen.
His records were stolen.
No, so I was going to say the culprit or the guy who stole.
The guy whose records were stolen.
The victim. Yeah.
A couple of years later, he became an apprentice butcher. Went in early in the morning to make sausages and use the machine. Thought, bugger this, I'm going to take the guard off because it's easier to feed the stuff.
Oh no!
And cut the tip. He was a bass guitarist actually.
No way.
Cut the tip off his finger.
Sounds familiar.
He was under 18, I think. Oh yeah. So he got a compensation payout, but he didn't get that money until he was 18.
Yeah.
A couple of years older than me. And when he got paid the money, it was, like, I don't know, $1,000 in those days when you ran you're like an apprentice wage, probably $30 a week.
Yeah.
And he and I went to a local record bar.
Yeah.
This is, a year or two after his record, or 6 months after his record collection had been stolen. And he started thumbing through the records, and he pulled the cover out, because they only had the covers on display. That one, that one, that one. That one, so that one.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, hey, come on, what do you think you're doing?
Yeah.
What do you think you're doing here? He says, I'm buying them. Oh, go for it.
That's amazing.
You want a seat?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And he must have, the records, they're about $5 a piece.
Yeah, of course. It would have been a significant chunk of that compo packet.
$200 on records.
Yeah.
And that was probably double their daily sales.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the guy retired.
West Sound Bar at Burwood.
Where was it? Whereabouts? Burwood?
West Sound Bar at Burwood.
Nice. Sick. Yeah, the guy probably retired right after. Yeah. But then probably, or in fact,
he probably, if he was just a sales clerk, he probably said to his boss, did a good sale today.
Yeah. Look how good I'm. That convincing. Like,
congratulations! Now I get to have the day off.
He might have even bought them back, the same ones.
I thought it
was.
Collection, and then wait, I did that scuff. That's my copy.
Yeah, it's like
In fact, we had a bit of a garage band, and his brother, who was my friend, I went to school with his brother. He had drums, so this guy bought himself a bass guitar and a good bass guitar amp. He bought his brother a set of drums, and
awesome.
A couple of us mucking around on guitar. Although I couldn't play for love or money, and so he kind of financed the band.
Did he really? Yeah, nice. Yeah, a poor investment.
I think he probably pissed away his
$1,000.
Well, that's what compensation's for.
$1,000 in those days. If he invested it.
Yeah, I know. He
might have got a house.
Yeah, I know. It's like move over Bill Gates. Like fuck.
Yeah. A house for $15,000.
Yeah, I know. You probably would.
No.
Yeah, I know.
Deposit for a house at that level, some shit. No, you know what? I think I'll take the record.
Can't take it with you. Can't take the records with you either. Fuck, shit. Yeah.
Alright, well I think that wraps up Side C. So everyone, make sure you like and subscribe these videos and tell us below and comment also on our Twitter what kind of decision that you would have come with in regards to those bands. Let us know below. And make sure you stay tuned for our new videos. Also our 5-minute reviews are available. Alright, everyone, stay spicy. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Live Listen Erased. And if you have enjoyed this episode, make sure you share it with all your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our Chilli Con Carnage Crew so you can get notified for all the future videos that we put out, as we put out videos every Friday. Also, we are on Discord, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter over at Live Listen Erased, so make sure to tune in over there. And don't forget to like this video so that our manager can stay very happy.